Hello there, it's Carrie Rhoades here. Thank you for coming back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be playing with some brand new stamps to make like a 2-for-1 card. So we're going to play with some new stamps in our latest release designed by Dani. They are some of my most favorite stamps and we've got some cool new big ones. This is So Thrilled. And I'm also going to be using the Happy Birthday to You set. Stay tuned for that as the video goes along. But I love the die set that goes with this giant balloon because it cuts out the whole balloon and the word thrilled, plus all these fun little bits and pieces and the word yay. So we're going to make a shape card. But first I wanted to show you the panel I'm starting with. I stamped and embossed the main balloon image with clear ink and clear powder. I did ink blending over the top of that, and then I colored my letters with a shimmer pen. I'm going to show you how I did this later on in the video, but I actually made this for the Trinity Stamps release video just as something to show one way you could use the stamp. So we'll get to that so you can see how I did it in a bit. All right, so I die cut out the balloon right from that gorgeous background, and then I'm going to take the same die and I'm going to die cut that from an A2 card base that's has the fold at the top. Now I have a balloon shaped card with the fold at the top, and this is going to be the base to glue on my rainbowed balloon. So we're making a little shape card. Then I'm going to take the word thrilled and I'm just going to lay it out on this gold glitter cardstock to see how much paper I'm going to need. I kind of cut that into a close to what I need size, put some rip and stick paper on the back to turn these into stickers. Then I can peel them off and I'm going to stick them down right over the top of the stamped word, and I just really love that you can highlight that one word in the sentiment and it just makes it seem really special. So gold glitter paper for the win on this. I went with the gold because it goes really well with that yellow section in the middle of the balloon. So there you have it. I can go ahead now and glue that down to my balloon shape card. I love shape cards. I also love shakers, and our next card is going to be a shaker. So two of my favorite things in this video, besides these super cute stamps that are like word art, and then I get to take somebody's art and turn it into cards. It just makes me so happy. I think that Dani's images are so inspiring, and I got to meet her and now I get to call her friend. So I just know what an amazing person is behind these stamps right here. Okay, I took the little balloon string. It's really short so that it still fits in an A2 envelope, but it's so cute. I stamped it with clear ink and embossed it with gold powder to match the gold in my letters. And then I took the Happy Birthday to You set and I am embossing just the word happy birthday right here. And I'm doing that with clear ink and clear powder. We're going to do some ink blending on this so you can see exactly how I made that original background. So I have, first of all, some mustard seed. I'm starting with my yellow ink and going through the middle. This came out like really super dark. I don't know why. I guess a juicy pad, but I always like to do my ink blending with these three colors to make a rainbow. I don't know why, I just love the look of these three together, but really you could do any red, any yellow, any blue that you thought went well together, and of course whatever inks you love to use. I just love oxide. I love things that react with water, and we are going to do a little technique like that. So when I do the pink at the top, I can bring it down over that yellow, and where they overlap and blend together, I'm going to get that gorgeous orange color. And then the same idea at the bottom with my Salty Ocean, doing that and blending up over that yellow a little bit to get that really nice green. And also you might have noticed I trimmed down my paper so it was close to the size of my stamped image, so I didn't make too much area that was ink blended and not get that rainbow on every letter. You know what I mean? Like I want the pink, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue. I want all the colors, and so I didn't waste any of my ink blending by having a really big piece. I guess that's the idea that I'm going for. Plus I'm going to end up die cutting this out with a coordinating die. So here you can see I have my shimmer pen and I'm just coloring on those letters, and you'll see me wipe the pen off on the side there, and that's just going to help make sure that there's not a lot of ink on the tip of that that I could transfer into another area. I can see up close a few spots that happened, but it's very subtle, unnoticeable, so to other people. So just remember to kind of wipe that pen off if you do this technique so you don't transfer like a green to a yellow area or something like that. All right, so that's die cut out and added to the inside of the card. We're going to embellish the outside with these new heart embellishments. I love them. They're baubles, like a pearl, and they have an iridescent shine over them. They're hearts in all these different shapes. By the way, I wanted to point out that Trinity Stamps sends their embellishments to you in a bag, and you get a container. I like to use my tidy tray, dump out the entire bag, and then pour them into the container. You can also get more containers and storage trays to put the containers in at Trinity Stamps. I am currently in the process of organizing all of mine into these trays, and it's going to be a real space saver for me. I'm very excited. I'll probably share about that at some point because I'm loving it so much. I can really see all my embellishments. So there, I just put some down in each of those yummy colors of the rainbow to finish off my balloon-shaped card. Okay, we're going to go back to that piece. Yeah, this one right here that I cut the balloon out from, and we're going to turn this into a shaker. Now, I did make this background a while ago, but I thought the ink would still react with water, so I spritzed that down. I kind of gave it a little extra minute before picking up the excess, and you can see some subtle splatter there. All right, so now I have another piece of cardstock. By the way, this panel is 5 by 7, so my white panel is just a little bit smaller. It's going to be the back of my shaker. So I want to line up my white piece with my rainbow piece. That way I know exactly where to stamp my balloon that's going to be on the inside of my shaker. I want everything to just be really easy to line up. So I am doing that. Then I can remove that outer front panel and then stamp this down in black ink. Now I'm going to color this up, but I'm going to use markers to color around the letters and leave the letters themselves white. So you can see the markers I'm using up there on the screen. I accidentally colored part of this the darker color. I'm trying to do the darker colored marker as the outline around the edge of the balloon and the lighter color on the inside. And I'm not going to lie, this looks crazy. Like, you know, like an elementary school person was coloring this. I mean, they might even do better than me. But what I'm trying to do here is not go for perfection the very first time. Like, this is like if I'm icing a cake. I don't know if you watch baking shows, but they dirty ice a cake. That's what I'm doing. I'm just laying down the color. I'm being quick to cover the whole thing. And I'm actually going to go over this a second time. And that's when, you know, the beautiful ink blending is going to come out. Or how about, let's just say good ink blending. All right, so I just picked out some markers that I thought would go really well with the front of my card. So I could kind of have it coordinate, not necessarily be matchy-matchy, although I will tell you I love matchy-matchy, which is why I have a rainbow outside of my card, a rainbow inside my card. I like matchy-matchy, but if you want things to be a contrast, then you could do something totally fun on the inside of this card. I thought about stamping the balloon onto some purple cardstock and do like white embossing and color in the letters with a darker purple, since the outside of my card, the rainbow part, doesn't have purple. But I don't know. Tell me what you think would look good on the inside of this shaker if I didn't do matchy-matchy rainbow. I love rainbow, and whenever I get new stamps from Love Dani, I always want to color them in rainbow order. I don't know why. They're just such happy, cheery little sentiments, and I really think they're going to be uplifting to the person who receives the card. I really do. So there you can see my dirty iced balloon. I did go back over these, like I said, to really go over the edges where the colors meet each other to soften that out, and that really helped. So once I did that, I went back in with a white gel pen, because when I was coloring this, I could not find my readers. You know, I'm of an age where when I color, I need readers, or pretty much read anything. I need readers. So I went over the little spots that went inside the lines with my white gel pen, and It's magic. Okay, so next I added a window sheet to the back of my rainbow ink blended panel. I die cut the word thrilled again, this time from some white glitter cardstock, also backed with that rip and stick sheet so that I have stickered letters. Then I'm adding foam tape all the way around my opening of my balloon, my window. Now for my shaker bits, I really wanted to go rainbow, speaking of matchy-matchy, but I finally had reached the point when it was too much. So I decided to go with clear on the inside. So I have some clear like sequins and some clear micro beads. Now speaking of micro beads, Trinity just came out with like little beads in every color. Yeah, every color. Ask me, and yes, we have that color. But like I said, I decided not to go with rainbow, but I wanted you to know that because I love beads in my shakers. They make a great sound. They help things move around. I just love them. So if you want to see those beads, check out the release video, the full release video on the Trinity Stamps channel, and you can see all the colors. Okay, so I added that to my card base, and now it is time to pull out those stickers. And we're just going to stick them right on top of the window sheet. It's going to add this kind of like 3D element because when you look at this from the side, you can kind of see the stamped image is still under there, and the shaker bits are going to go behind the word thrilled but over the top of everything else. It's so good. It's so good. And I feel like when I make cards, I always say love is in the details, and that little detail is the love on this card. But then again, let's talk about confetti. I'm going to stamp 6 confetti pieces from this same stamp set with clear embossing ink. Emboss it with clear embossing powder. When this gets embossed and raised up and shiny, it's going to create a darker color on top of this paper. It's going to be shiny. It's a little bit raised up. It's so good. I did this on all 5 colors of the rainbow on my card. And then I'm going to die cut all of these out, and then I'm going to put every single piece onto my card. Look at how cute they are. Okay, so as I die cut them out, I lay them on the card and kind of arrange them where I wanted them to go. And now I'm just kind of scooting and rearranging that because I need to add 2 more things to this card. A sub-sentiment, which is from that Happy Birthday to You set. I love this set because it's got Happy Birthday that you can use by itself. You could also add the to you. You could just do to you, and it has It's Time to Celebrate. So I stamped It's Time to Celebrate and the little balloon tie just in black ink on white paper. I needed a little contrast. So I added those to the bottom, and I'm just going to start now gluing everything into place. I'm using my handy dandy pickup tool, the OG of pickup tools, and I love this thing. And then I have the precision glue press, which by the way is now available in the Trinity Stamp Shop. If you've been having trouble finding them online, I know they've been selling out. They have them there. So if you're wanting that, you know where to get it now. Okay, so now I'm using my tweezers to glue my sentiment in place and that little balloon tie to finish off the outside of this card, but I just couldn't leave it alone. I had to do Happy Birthday on the inside. So now I'm going to do something which I consider to be very scary. This is like scary stamping. If I was a Spice Girl, I would be Scary Stamps instead of Carrie Stamps. I just inked this up on the block and stamped it down like old school stamping. Yeah, and it worked out. Phew, and I decided if it didn't work out, I could always stamp it on another piece of paper, die cut it, stick it in there, it would be fine. But I wanted to show you that that sentiment is really gorgeous, just stamped. You don't have to color it in or do ink blending if you don't want to. All right, there's both of my cards side by side. I love them both. But can you see how much brighter the shaker card looks than the shaped one? I think it's because it got spritzed. That brightens up it a little bit, the water, and then added those confetti around it. All right, there's another card that I made with this set for the full release video or the release videos, and I colored the whole thing. I put like holographic paper on there. It's so gorgeous. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. I love these stamp sets, so I wanted to make sure I showcase them and share them with you so you can see how great they are. If you are looking for the supplies I use, they are linked for you below, and I will see you all again very soon with a new video. Happy stamping! Bye!